What mood were you in then when you wrote the lyrics? Because oftentimes I hear mood influences.
Yeah, I guess I just felt, I'm maybe I'm just kind of bad at multitasking, you know. So it's just
Okay.
like I just like to do one thing at a time, and
Mm.
lyrics is, I just, you know, I find writing lyrics really satisfying, but like, but I did think it might be nice to write them all at a similar time,
Okay.
so that they come from a similar place maybe. So you know, there were like fragments of lyrics, but you know, the gaps needed filling in, and the album took shape kind of just like, yeah, piece by piece until it was there.
After now the album is completed and you have had a bit of separation, do you notice these commonalities now that you can kind of reflect on it?
Yeah, I mean, there is like because we also decided on the track listing
Okay.
quite early on, so I knew I knew the kind of trajectory of the album.
How come this was already so clear early on?
Well, because basically we only had a certain amount of
Okay.
time, or at some point we had to, like, you know, it's like, well, we're going to stop experimenting. These are the ones we're working on. So we cut it down to 10, and then I found an order I really liked, and that I thought really worked, and then added one song later on. But pretty much it was there, and yeah, that was just another thing, which is just another decision, which I guess led it in that direction.
Mm. And well, you say that the lyrics were all written in the same time period. Were they, in that sense, written in sequence then? Is there a narrative almost through them, or were they separate?
I thought about doing that, but it didn't quite work out that way. I did. Finishing the first track was definitely a catalyst for writing more. I finished the first track. No, actually, that's not true. But like yeah, it was just what was nice about that. It was just like, write the lyrics, do the vocals, and then you're kind of ticking them off. You know, it felt quite fast once it got to that process.
Were there certain themes then that you wanted to cover, or certain things that you wanted to talk about in the songs?
Yeah, I never know what I'm going to write about
Okay.
really until I write it.
Okay.
So, I mean, yeah, it's just I don't really know where it comes from. It's just like a feeling, really. You know, like something. Usually, it's like a problem, or like it's just an idea that nags away in your head, and then you just get something down that just won't go away, and then eventually it just kind of grows out from that seed. But there does, yeah, I think there is a journey across the songs. There's like the first one, you know, I think in the early part of the record, there's probably asking myself a lot more questions, and kind of like questions about like ambition and like making music, and, well, you know, like, yeah, apathy and those kind of themes. And then towards the end of the record, I'm like looking out, writing things about other things, you know, not so much about myself.
If you look back now, then is that kind of the trajectory that you went through in making the album? That you at first kind of started reflecting on what you were doing, on being a musician?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, it's, in some ways I feel like it's quite an absurd career, you know, in a way. You know, the music industry is a weird thing, you know, like in a way, it's you know, I'm in the music industry because I want to make music and I want to get it heard, but there's a lot of you know, sometimes it's, you know, the music has been around long before the music industry, you know, in that sense. So, or in different forms, I suppose. You know, people, if you want to make music, you always need to be able to pay for it and have the time to spend on it. So yeah, I suppose I had like some thoughts about that and about, you know, really I'm just trying to be, you know, authentically express my feelings really on a record.
In that sense then, because your debut record was quite successful, was there a lot of pressure to follow it up quickly?
I suppose there could have been. I didn't really feel it so much because that's, you know, I don't really react very well to that anyway.
Okay.
Like that will make me want to probably just not do it. You know?
Okay.
So, you know, for me it's just, you know, I just want to put out things that I think are, that I know that it feels good to me.
Was there a moment then in the recording process where it kind of clicked for you, where you thought, okay, now I'm on the right direction, now I know?
Yeah, I think, you know, once I started working with Lexx and,
Okay.
and the guys, and that was definitely like, okay, yeah, I've got a pathway to the end of this record now. You know, I've got, you know, I don't have to. I'm not carrying this record around with me. You know, like everywhere I go, like it was quite nice to have, you know, just got this studio that I'm working in, and you know, I've got someone else to like. You know, I'm not gonna like scrap everything or whatever, or you know, or he's gonna tell me if he thinks something's shit, or you know, you got someone else. So it's more social. You know, the whole thing was more social, and there's more people's energy in it, and I think you can feel that there's more life in it.
And then, well, you said in the beginning of this interview that the live sound was particularly important. Have you had the chance now to try some of it out live?
Yeah, we've done a couple of shows, and we did some video recordings as well. And I wanted those to go out so people could see like kind of what we're going to sound like, so people can be a bit prepared for what the shows are going to be like. Because I think, no, it's feeling really good. I'm really lucky that the guys that played on the record are going to come out with me as well. And yeah, it's just feels cool. Feels like we can like it's good material, and we can build on it and take it in different directions. And yeah, I'm excited to go out. We're just going to do just a few shows this year, and then get into it properly next year.
What have you found? What have you discovered about the new songs in a live setting? Are there certain songs that work better than others, or is it?
Yeah, there's always songs that reveal themselves like that a little bit. Yeah, and I think what's nice to have is, you know, it's nice to have those live players so that you can change things easily. You know, if you want to switch up the arrangement or something, or you want to, you know, you don't have to like stop for 2 hours to like change things around on a computer. You know, so although we do quite a lot of that as well. I mean, there's a lot of preparation involved to get the show sounding what it sounds like, but. Yeah, no, I like how straightforward that side of it is. That it's on strong foundations. Yeah.
And finally, well, the album, we kind of covered this already. It's called Making Time. So, when in the process did this title pop up?
Right at the end, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right at the end. It comes from one of the lyrics in one of the songs on this track. There's a track called Celebration I did with Willie Mason. Making time on the rhythm is the lyric. And I just, you know, there was, you know, I was definitely conscious of how long it was taking and stuff, but while I was making it, but the...
Did it influence the process?
How long it took?
The fact that you were conscious of the time?
I guess it must have, you know, you just can't, you know, you're just making with the mindset that you have, you know, obviously like, you know, some people were saying to me, oh, you know, where is, you know, people are always asking me, when's it coming, but I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm just working on it, you know. But I don't know, Making Time, I like the sound of it, and it's, you know, there's a few different ways to take it. There's you know, then there's a lot. The groove is at the forefront of the record, and I like that that relationship between music and time.
Well, this relation, I read somewhere, and this might not be true because it's the internet.
Yeah.
That you were inspired in terms of rhythms and time by DAngelo a lot.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, he's DAngelo is amazing, absolutely amazing artist, and yeah, he's someone I admire a lot. And it was kind of more like the kind of, I think that I really like the way he uses the studio, and he takes his time for sure. And like, you know, it's good to know that you're not crazy, you know, you're not like, but like, yeah, I really like the way, you know, how his records sound. They're really dry, and you know, there's not like loads of effects on, you know, on everything. It's, although he does use them, you know, but they, you know, it's like good musicians presented in a, you know, quite clear, quite sort of straightforward way.
And then this goes back then, I assume, to the simplicity that you were looking for to be able to play it.
For sure, yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Nice one.